Good morning from the Arizona desert. My name is Tom from Phoenix, Arizona. And over the last 18 days, I've been bringing you information about my journey through the desert and a start to each and every day. And I've also been giving you a recap at the end to show you how productive my day has been going. A couple of days ago, I threw my system for a loop, my digestive system, and as a result, I took a couple of days off, about a day and a half to be exact. And over that time period, I was, watching some of the content that other people were producing, and what I found was, and also over the course of the last couple of years watching gig tubers, there's a lot of things like ride-alongs and algorithm talk and strategies and this and that. There's plenty of content that's out there, and I find that it's saturated. And even though I might be able to bring you some value because I've got over 47,000 lifetime deliveries with Doordash, I go by the mantra of one man, one app, one vision. The goal for me is to get out of debt and to start investing. To use a Robert Kiyosaki cash flow quadrant example, right now we're trading our time for money. And we went from being an employee and a W-2 wage earner to being a small business owner. And the challenge is, if we don't go to work, just like myself over the last day and a half, that does not produce any income. We are the horse that's producing, the energy and the drive to, get across this finish line and try to make as much money as possible. And if something happens to us, then that system that we've created falls apart. You've got to get to the point where you've developed a system. Say a YouTube channel. You're not here, but if you had employees, and even though you're not the person who's front and center, you could have anybody doing content to put it out on your channel to still produce. I can't do that with Doordash. I can't bring somebody else on under my account to go make cash. Or if I invest, I can have things like passive income. I can have money coming in from rental properties, et cetera, et cetera. So the idea is to try and go from the ES quadrant, the employee small business, to the BI, which is the business and investing side. And what I found was that, all of us joined Doordash specifically because we were looking for additional income. Times were tough. COVID, rising prices, the desire to get out of debt, to get ahead. We wanted that financial freedom to earn money when we wanted, on demand. And I found that was a much broader topic to be able to reach and even bring people into the Doordash platform, or talk about their experiences as they were leaving, or all sorts of different topics. But the idea of talking about money versus talking about Doordash opened up the audience from a potential of 8 million Doordash drivers and Uber drivers, any of the other platforms that are out there, and possibly bringing them in as an audience that talking about getting out of debt, talking about an optimistic future, talking about financial management and that type of stuff, while using Doordash as the vehicle to get across that finish line, was a much broader topic and would allow me to reach more people. And as I was saying, as you refine your channel, as you script out what you're going to be talking about, as I free up my time, et cetera, things will get better. But right now, from my first videos to where I'm at right now is night and day, and it's only going to get better. Unfortunately, I'm still out here working 18 hours a day, 7 days a week, and as a result, there is no fancy studio, there's no lighting like you'll see on some of the other channels. Like I was saying, these other channels, they bring tremendous value to the gig space. And I think that that's amazing. But the question is, what do we do after we've learned all that information? What do we do with that to take ourselves to the next level, to get to the oasis on the other side of this desert? So if you'll join me along this journey, if you'll like, comment, and subscribe to this video and to future videos, then I won't feel like I'm going through this desert experience alone. Hopefully you won't feel like you're also going through this desert experience alone as we're trying to get to that oasis on the other side. So I'm getting ready to start my dash. It's currently 5:41 in the morning, and as I've mentioned before, that I find that if I schedule myself at 6 and come out early and stay out one order past my scheduled dash, I find that I have a much better financial day. So that's a little tip for you listening to me today. But like I said, I'm gonna change the way that we're doing things. You'll see that the thumbnail is changed, from strategies to journey, and my stats at the end of the day are also not going to say strategy; they're going to say numbers. I've created some playlists, weekly playlists, and I've been testing taking some screenshots, a screen video capture of the spreadsheet so that I can start doing on a regular basis, maybe a weekly or a monthly or a quarterly breakdown of my numbers. And you'll see that information and hopefully be able to say, whoa, that's some great insight, or that's amazing. And we can take that same information and try and make more money so that we can try and get out of debt and get ourselves, financially stable and financially free. So with that, I'm going to end this for now, and we're gonna go out and start making some money today. I hope that as you start up your day, it's Sunday the 18th of January, I hope that you're safe. I hope that you'll come along with me on this journey. I hope that you'll start to dialogue. Now, I did mention all my experience with Doordash. Please feel free in any video, out of the blue, just ask me a question. I've got 18 hours to try and respond to you. I constantly monitor, YouTube channels and monitor, the status of mine. I post a lot of screenshots and stuff inside of the community, so the information will be there. So again, with that, I hope that you're safe, and go make that money, and let's go through this journey tomorrow and also today, right now. Let's go do it. Ciao.